Hey, and what's up to all my bariatric beauties and my bariatric buddies? It's Neek Neek coming at you with my 2-year post-op surgery. Yay! My surgery was actually on the 19th. I just had so much going on that ridiculousness. So, just wanted to check in with you guys. You know, I'm feeling good, feeling great, as I always say. I'm definitely feeling grateful. For those of you all who have followed my journey, y'all saw where I came from. Y'all see where I'm at. And I must say that God has been good. He's been excellent, better than better, greater than great. I have absolutely no regrets at all concerning my my choice to have surgery. It was the best thing that I've ever done for myself. I always laugh. Like I laughed last year when it was my surgery because I remember sitting down and being nervous and worrying, you know, am I going to wake up and am I really going to lose weight? Is this going to work for me? And now I'm looking back and I'm like, that was so silly. Like I shouldn't have been worried. Not that, you know, things don't happen in surgery, and I'm not saying that to take away from anyone who's had any complications or anything like that. But I'm a firm believer that this tool will work if you work it. If you do what is necessary and really make up your mind that you want to change and that you're tired of life and things being the way that it is, when you put forth that work and you change your thinking and you get your heart right and you make everything in you line up and say that this is what I want, I'm doing this at all costs, it will work for you. You know, everybody does not lose at the same pace. Some people lose 80 pounds, some people lose 100 plus pounds, but if you put your mind to it, you will lose. I can't tell you how much you're going to lose, but you will lose. You know, I was thumbing through some people's videos and even posts on Facebook, and they're like, oh, you know, I didn't lose as much as I wanted to lose, and I didn't do this, that, and third. And I feel like in this walk, you got to be grateful. You have to be grateful. You know, even if I would have taken this journey and only lost 80 pounds, I may not have lost as much as I wanted to lose, but I would still be grateful because at the end of the day, I have to look back. You know, when I decided I was going to have this surgery, I was 25 years old. My highest weight recorded, like seriously recorded, was 330 pounds. 25, 330 pounds. I obviously was not losing weight on my own. If anything, I was just gaining. So to be able to lose whatever it is that you can lose on this journey, I say be grateful and have a good attitude, you know, as you go through it. I'm not saying don't have your moments and don't have your days. I don't even know why I'm on this kick, but while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, just expound on it because I guess I'm talking about this for a reason. But for those of you guys that are looking into surgery, for those of you all who are fresh out, for those of you all who are, you know, maybe even as far out as I am, you know, yeah, you get to that stage maybe like after a year mark where you start to plateau. But if you work your tool, you can continue to lose. I'm 2 years out and I'm still losing. I mean, you know, when I'm working hard at it, you know, right now I lose at a slower pace. In the beginning, I was losing like 6-7 pounds a week. Now, you know, I got to work for that pound. I got to work for those 2 pounds. I got to work for whatever it is. But I put the work in because it's what I want. This is not a magic tool. This is not a quick fix. This is not a genie in a bottle. You don't rub it, make a wish, and bam, you're skinny. You know, first of all, if you're doing this just because you want to be skinny, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You got to have some other reasons other than the aesthetic that make you want to do this. Because once you get slim or once you lose weight, you know, everybody's different. But I tell you, you know, you got the skin factor. I got a little bit, you know, a little something, spare tire, you know. But it is what it is. You know, I'll take it all because I did what I need to do for myself. But like I was saying, you know, how you go through this journey, how you go through your process of, you know, gathering your information and deciding what you want to do is really going to determine how successful you are. If you're one of those people that get really frustrated and give up and, you know, you mumble and complain and you get in your funks and you sit around and you have a self-pity party, then I'm going to tell you, you're probably not going to lose that much. You're just not, because you are not in one accord with yourself. I tell people that when you really want something, you do everything you can to make it happen. When you want to lose weight, you do everything you can to make it happen. That includes eating right. That means eating enough. I cannot tell you how many sleevers I have met who are like, oh, my scale is installing. And then they tell me like, oh, I eat a cheese stick and I have a protein shake and then I have a lettuce wrap. And I'm like, you're not eating enough. Like, you're not even getting enough protein. You're not putting enough in your body. And people don't realize that with the sleeve, yeah, you eat less, but you still have to make sure you eat enough. And you got to eat enough of the right stuff so that you can get your metabolism jump started, so you don't put your body into starvation, so that you can lose. I think I'm going to have to do like more than one video concerning all of this stuff, because I feel like in the last, I'm sorry, y'all, I've been just, and I'm not making this like a rant or a ramble, but I do feel like these are things that people need to know as you go into this. Because I remember when I was doing my research, you know, all I saw was people, oh, I'm losing weight. Oh, I'm a smaller size. Oh, I'm this, that, and the third. And, you know, once you get into it, you realize this is literally a journey. Like, a journey is not one step. A journey is a series of steps. And this steps gets you here. And this steps takes you here. So everything that you doing while you're, everything that you're doing while you're on this journey to get to your ideal weight or your goal size, which I'm going to keep it real, you may not ever get there. You may not ever make it to your goal size, your goal weight. You may not make it there. And I'm not saying that to discourage anyone, but realistically speaking, sometimes your body just won't do it. It just will not do it. My goal was like 150. I don't know where I got that goal from. That is like a crackhead goal. When I'm looking at it now, looking at myself, I weigh 171. The last time I checked, I have not weighed myself in about 3 weeks because I refuse to be a slave to the scale. That's another thing. That's why I say you have to learn how to appreciate everything. If you're going to go through this journey, do not become a slave to the scale. Don't you jump on that scale every 2 days. What I would do is I would weigh myself once a week. And then I would go weigh myself once every 2 weeks and once a month. And now I weigh myself when I get good and gosh darn ready. Because sometimes you might get on that scale and them numbers don't say what you want it to say. But when you put your clothes on and you look in the mirror, you feel good about yourself. But all the feeling good about yourself, you will take all of that away if you step on the scale and don't see the numbers that you want to see. So I say make it about 20% of what the scale has to say, 80% about how you feel. You know, for me, when I was heavier, my feet would swell nonstop. I couldn't get out the bed in the morning because my feet were always on 10, always swollen. I was always in pain. But I realized, sorry, y'all. Okay, that's another thing. Once you have had surgery, I've noticed this with a lot of people. I get the hungry belches. That is my body telling me that I need to eat. Once I'm empty and my stomach doesn't growl as much, but I belch and I'll be like, dang, I'm empty. I probably need to do something. So I'm going to take my butt downstairs in a minute and have a protein shake. I had my breakfast early this morning, but I'm going to eat something. I mean, I'm going to have the protein shake and then I'm going to have something else later on to eat. I don't know what. But yes, appreciate everything. If you're not losing pounds, but you're losing inches, appreciate that. If you were on insulin and now your doctor told you that you no longer need insulin, appreciate that. Celebrate that. Celebrate those small victories. And those are not small victories, because if they were small victories, you could have did it on your own without the surgery. So if it took you to have the surgery to start making changes in your life, appreciate every single thing, because it is a blessing. It is a blessing. It's a blessing, y'all. Like, I can't even stress that enough. I hate when I see people, and I know we're only human and we all have our emotions, but I really hate when I log into a page or a group that I'm in on Facebook and people are complaining and, oh, and this didn't happen and I just knew I was going to be at a size 10 by this time. You are not in control of your future. Not to that extent. You know what I'm saying? I believe that it's like this. You do what you can do and you trust God to take care of the rest. If you chose to go through this journey of losing the weight and you getting up and you working out and you drinking your water and you getting your protein in and you have a positive attitude concerning the choice that you made, I feel like God will line everything else up for you, and everything that is meant for you to have, every place that is meant for you to go, whatever that goal is that is meant for you to be at, you will be at that. Because overall, it's about being healthy and being alive and prolonging your life and starting over and having a chance that you would have not otherwise had. That's why I say appreciate every single small step, every single one. Sometimes I would get in the funk and be like, man, I only lost 40 pounds. Well, heck, Nick, when's the last time I lost 40 pounds? Never. Ever. So that's what I mean when I say celebrate the milestone. Sometimes you just got to check yourself. You know, the Bible, David said he encouraged himself. Sometimes, you know, you got to encourage yourself. And when you find yourself slipping from encouraging yourself, you got to check yourself and tell yourself, myself say, get it together. Get it together.